BAE Systems adds low-cost counter-drone rockets to Typhoon. BAE Systems has successfully test-fired a laser-guided 70mm rocket from a Eurofighter Typhoon, taking a notable step toward giving the aircraft a lower-cost option for countering drones and other small aerial threats. The trial took place in March and was announced by the company on April 8. Conducted with support from the UK Ministry of Defence, the test involved a Royal Air Force Typhoon test and evaluation aircraft launching the AGR-20A Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System, known as APKWS, against a ground target at a UK military range. The firing was carried out from BAE Systems' Flight Test Development Centre in Wharton, Lancashire, and marks a fast-moving effort to expand the Typhoon's weapons options beyond its established missile inventory. The company conducted the trial from its Flight Test Development Centre in Wharton, Lancashire, using a Royal Air Force (RAF) Typhoon test and evaluation aircraft to launch a successful strike on a ground-based target at a UK military testing range, BAE Systems said. The test is part of a wider UK-backed campaign to explore how the Typhoon can be adapted for the counter-unmanned aircraft system mission, where cost-effective interception has become increasingly important. Rather than relying solely on high-end missiles, air forces are looking for cheaper ways to defeat small drones and loitering munitions, particularly in scenarios involving large numbers of targets. APKWS is a guidance kit that converts standard 70mm rockets into laser-guided precision weapons. Instead of firing an unguided rocket, the aircraft can use laser designation to strike a target with far greater accuracy. Because the weapon is considerably less expensive than many traditional air-to-air missiles, it is seen as a practical option for drone defense missions. BAE said the latest firing will help determine how such a weapon could be integrated onto the Typhoon platform. It also forms part of a range of capability enhancements planned for the Typhoon to increase the aircraft's potency in current and future combat air operations, the company said. The successful launch also clears the way for the next stage of testing, which will focus on engagements against airborne targets. That next phase will be closely watched, as the operational value of the system in the counter-drone role depends on how effectively it can engage moving air targets rather than static ground objectives. BAE first disclosed at the DSEI Defense Exhibition in London in September 2025 that it was assessing several weapons for Typhoon's counter-drone role, including APKWS. 7 months later, the program has already progressed to live-fire testing. Tim Robinson, editor-in-chief of Aerospace, noted the pace of the work, calling it an impressively fast integration for new Typhoon weapon. The Typhoon already carries an extensive weapon suite, including Meteor long-range air-to-air missiles and precision strike systems, such as Storm Shadow and Brimstone. Adding APKWS would broaden the aircraft's flexibility, particularly for missions where the target does not justify the use of a much more expensive missile. Recent conflicts, from Ukraine to the Middle East, have highlighted how drones are reshaping the battlefield. Small unmanned systems are now used for reconnaissance, strike missions, and saturation attacks, creating demand for layered and economically sustainable air defense solutions. A fighter aircraft carrying low-cost precision rockets could provide a rapid response option for protecting bases, infrastructure, and forward-deployed units. The APKWS is already in operational use on several other platforms, including the F-16, F-15, and A-10, as well as multiple helicopter types. Its integration onto the Eurofighter Typhoon would extend that combat-proven capability to one of Europe's most widely operated fighter aircraft. With multiple air forces across Europe and the Middle East flying the platform, the outcome of the next testing phase may have implications well beyond the United Kingdom.